Welcome to First and 15 Overtime. This is just for our A1 Day 1 viewers. Guys, we've been getting a lot of flack for not really being, I guess, putting out our sleepers and being honest about
I'm
it.
trying to make money. I'm trying to make money.
We don't even care about that.
No, but these are
I'm trying to
core
make
fans.
money.
Let's talk about the sleepers, the guys who y'all been hiding.
All right.
All right. Let's talk about down the board. Who are those sleeper picks? Dio, you first. Who's someone that you're drafting late and you kind of sneakily kind of putting them in there?
So I'm not sneaking them at all. I just like two guys.
All right.
And they're both receivers. Terrence Marshall.
Okay.
I like him. I think he can end up being the wide receiver 1 for the Panthers.
Okay.
Got a new quarterback.
Over Thielen.
New
I'm just saying, Thielen's there. Baby.
Thielen's not even in discussion for me. It's more over Mingo or Sharp for me.
Yeah.
But he could be the number 1 receiver there. Again, new quarterback, new offensive minded coach.
All right.
If you look at their coaching staff, they put like an all-star coaching staff assembled together, right?
Yeah.
And he's still the receiver that was playing with Justin Jefferson and Chase. Was able to produce in college, has the size, the alpha dog size. Really has no true competition. You know, I like him, and he's going so late. And then the second guy I like is Alec Pierce. Why do I like Alec Pierce?
Paris Campbell is gone now.
Yeah, Paris Campbell is gone. But it's really simple. This guy was a second-round pick last year. He has high draft capital.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman is good, but he hasn't really shown to take over that alpha wide receiver 1 job. And I'm not even saying Pierce will be the wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it might be a situation where they can both eat off the table a fair amount.
Yeah.
You look at Pittman. Pittman's going, like 6th, 7th round?
Yeah.
Pierce is going in the double digits, mid to late double digits. So it wouldn't surprise me by the end of the season, both of them have similar numbers.
Yeah.
They have a new offensive-minded coach. We saw the coach with the Eagles put up 2 receivers with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, 2 guys that are actually being drafted in the first 2 rounds now, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But they're both being drafted in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
You take that same exact system, put Pierce in the Devontae Smith role or even the A.J. Brown role, he's going to produce something.
Yeah.
No, I mean, of course, you have Josh Downs there, but those are the 2 sleepers I'm really looking at.
All right.
Okay. So we're doing 2 now. I'm gonna
Just one in the possible. Just one.
We got 2, and I'm gonna give you one a sleeper that
you're actually drafting too. Like
I mean, these are guys that I'm actually drafting. So the first one I think is I think he's a guy that I think a lot of people are on, but his ADP right now is just, is very favorable, meaning that you can kind of get him on pretty much every team that you want him on. And that's Elijah Moore. Okay, I think you'd be hard pressed to find.
That's not true. I tried to get him in one league and somebody sniped me. I was pissed.
Well, that's the thing is I think we're all trying to get that value, but you're gonna be hard pressed to find someone who does not think that the Cleveland Browns are a strong candidate for an offense that could really make that jump and head into that next tier from a scoring, yardage, TD standpoint. So. It's pretty clear and evident based off of their offseason moves, what they've done, what they haven't done, who they brought in, who they haven't brought back, that they want to be more of a passing team. Obviously, they got a lot of money tied into Deshaun Watson. So, people are assuming that Amari Cooper is the number 1, and he may very well be. But if they're moving towards more pass heavy, then who is the wide receiver 2? Yeah. Who's going to take up that slack? Who's the next talented wide receiver on that team? To me, it's Elijah Moore. Like, definitely Njoku will have his, he'll have his days. He may play a role in the red zone. But to me, Elijah Moore is just that wide receiver who can play off a wide receiver 1 and really provide some just.
What did they trade away for Moore again? Was it a 3rd rounder?
I don't think it was much, yeah.
If it was a 3rd round, that's pretty valuable because some of these receivers go for like 5th, 6th round. So if they trade a 3rd, they really value him quite a bit.
That's a guy that I'm looking at. And, we talk about the wide receiver handcuff plus. Go back and check out the last episode. He's somebody who I see as like a wide receiver handcuff plus, somebody who could potentially have standalone value. But guess what? Hey, Amari Cooper goes down. Or, hey, Amari Cooper just plays away. Yeah. We know his home and away split, so he just plays away. Those are games
still coming back from injury too.
Still coming back from injury. That those are that's a guy that you can slide in.
All right, so who's your number 2?
So my number 2 is a guy that I'm taking kind of late, and I don't think it's I think again this is a guy that you're gonna have to decide between him and another player as far as a backup. So we talked about the Minnesota running back room, as everyone else has, as far as Dalvin Cook, being cut, Madison taking over the reins. Now, we don't know if they're bringing anybody else in. I'd honestly be surprised if they didn't bring anybody else in. But I really like Ty Chandler, and even though this is a year where I'm not taking a lot of handcuffs, he's one guy who's very, very late. And, before the news, I was able to get in the 19th, 20th round, but I don't mind taking a stab at him in the 15th round because, again, we've talked about Madison not being necessarily the most athletic back, but, again, he plays a running back position. Ty Chandler's been in that system. I like him over a rookie. I like the fact that he's probably a better pass protector. He's still explosive. I think he has more passing game chops than McBride. So if Madison were to go down.
He definitely does.
Yeah, if Madison were to go down, I think he would be the guy. But he could also just, Madison's not going to get 100% of the workload. So I like him. And then there's one last player. I'm not going to give the name, okay? I want y'all to drop. I want y'all
the
to
Abby quiz.
Shoot us a DM, okay? Don't even ask.
Y'all getting the Abby
Don't
quiz
even
right
ask
here.
because I'm not going to respond because it's still early in the draft season. I'm trying to get as much of this guy as I can, okay? But there's one player that I'm getting very, very late that he can be had in pretty much every draft. So I'm going to drop a couple of clues here. It's a long list, so bear with me, okay? This guy is headed to a new team, okay? He's joining a head coach and an OC who historically have used tight ends in the past, okay? He has minimal receiving threat around him, okay? So that means, all the other tight ends, wide receivers around him, there's not much threat, really as far as him, taking over the reins as far as the potential leading target getter in this offense.
Okay.
There are also a large amount of vacated targets that are up for grabs, okay? He's a legit receiving tight end, okay? So he can catch the ball. His contract is very, very favorable. I think if you look at his contract, you'll see that, okay, they gave him a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
This dude is not just coming here just to sit on the bench. He's not just coming here just to be a small part of the offense. It sounds like they have plans for him, and it's not just a one-year contract as well. If you don't know who it is by now,
yeah, you pretty much gave it away.
You pretty much gave it away.
Vacated targets means
I didn't want to make it too hard. People feel like I'm not giving. But I want to make you do a little bit of work. Because doing the work is going to put you onto the guy. This is the purpose of this.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Let me finish. Let me finish. There's a lot more. They signed him quick too. Okay, when going back to the contract, they didn't wait too long. He has a rookie QB. I mean, the obvious given. Let me finish. He has a rookie QB.
No,
you can go to the QB tight end narrative, but what I really like is that, again, dead giveaway, is that the QB is accurate. Okay, so it's not going to be that hard to get in the ball.
I'll just say the name like over here.
Okay, it's Hayden Hurst. Yeah, but let me finish on the points. So we talked about the contract. The last thing is, and this is an important thing right here. This team really has no strong red zone goal line threat.
Yeah.
Their running backs aren't very good at the goal line historically and per the numbers. Their wide receivers really aren't people who are deadly or who are known to be, receiving threats at the goal line. And we know tight ends typically do their work around the goal line. So there are multiple avenues for Hayden Hurst to not only lead this team in targets and receiving, but also in touchdowns. He's someone who I could easily see ending up the year as a top 5 tight end. And you can get him for free.
All right.
That's it.
So we're going to end it with Hayden Hurst?
Hayden Hurst, man. I'm trying to give y'all a go. You don't want to take it, you don't want to take it. That's up to y'all.
Listen, it's time for me to get a segment. I'm getting into the segment.
Okay.
Richie James is now on the Kansas City Chiefs. He just left the Giants. I think that he is going to have a big role with the Chiefs. I think to be honest, I think he could be their best receiver. He can legitimately be their best receiver.
Yeah, that's why we don't let him talk.
Listen.
That's why he's the question guy right there.
Listen. Richie James, I can't wait for this season to happen so that we can come back and people can say, hey, man, we need to hear more from this guy.
Yeah. I can't believe he put this on tape.
Hey,
yes, I'm putting it on wax.
That Chris guy, say a little bit more, man. We kind of like what you were saying that day. Richie
All right,
James.
guys. Listen, we have joined the Player Profiler family, so most of our full-length pods are going to be on Player Profiler channel, but you'll still see exclusive content.
This is me
right
pointing
here.
to Chris putting the Player Profile channel information right there.
I'm not putting it right there,
Yeah.
but this is
That's it
the
right
1st
there.
and 15th official
Yeah.
channel. You'll get some overtime information. We'll still keep it real here
Yeah.
for our A1 Day 1 followers.
sir.
Guys, please still like.
Please stay ready, man. Stay ready.
Been at it already, had my tarot read. Things are looking up for me, that's what my tarot said. Been pumping out pheromones and wearing red. Young Jerry Lolliver King, but they're not aware of it. $40 is show money, that's what they stole from me. Blow it all bowling, guess I roll funny. Go find me a snow bunny, ask if this cold world's making her nose runny. She melted, I wear a cape that is velvet. Couldn't see it, she felt it. See it all like I'm Elvis, move my hips like I'm Elvis. I don't pitch it,